I'm Kaylee O'Kelly. We're live inside the Expo Tent at the FBR Open. I found myself a new ride. What do you think? I love my job. This is so much fun. Thanks, Jeff. This is great. We're out at PIR this morning because we've got the Indy cars hitting the track this weekend, and of course, some trick motorcycle riders. Taking a look at what's going on with Desert Doppler 15 radar. If you'd have to take the 101 into work there in the Scottsdale area, right there along Bell, don't be surprised if you see a few sprinkles out there, and we could see about a 20% chance of heavy rain later on this afternoon and evening. Everybody has smiles on their faces. You can probably see my breath. Check this out. Kind of gives you an idea of how cold it is. We were on our way up in the ABC 15 weather Hummer earlier tonight. We saw 2 rollover accidents. We saw someone spun out. So if you're headed to Flagstaff tonight or in our early morning hours tomorrow, be prepared for winter driving weather conditions. All right, guess what though? Those accidents, not putting a damper on the holiday spirit out here in Flagstaff. Down to the south here into the South Chandler and Sun Lakes area, you can see that we are seeing just a little bit of rain. This is Arizona Avenue. It's that street that turns into Country Club right there along Dobson, down in through Sun Lakes, and then Riggs Road. So again, this is south of the valley. You'll probably feel some of this rain coming up the 10 if you come up, say, from Maricopa into the valley for work. 82 degrees for that 9 o'clock hour. We'll get you to 96 here in the Valley of the Sun as a forecast high. Our record set back in 1979 at 110 degrees. So that tells you just how unusual this is for this time of year, temperature-wise, as cool as it is. Mesa, 70 degrees there, 71 at Apache Junction. This is bragging rights weather, that's for sure. Low 70s for Surprise, Buckeye, Goodyear, 73 degrees at Peoria. Sweatshirts? No, maybe not. All right, so taking a look at what happened overnight again, a good portion of this moisture was actually over Las Vegas yesterday. Broke off, moved to the southeast. That's what we're getting here in the Valley of the Sun and in the state of Arizona. It's this area of low pressure just continues to circulate over the desert southwest. This high is going to push all of this moisture out of here, and we'll probably put an end to our monsoon 2006 here as early as Tuesday. So things are going to dry out significantly. Enjoy the cooler weather and some of this humidity while it lasts. If you're traveling, it looks like the Carolinas continue to get pummeled with rain. We're kind of going to quiet things down in places like Pensacola this morning, and New Mexico will continue to see a fair amount of showers as well as the panhandle of Texas. All eyes have been on this gal. This is Tropical Storm Florence, okay? Headed toward the Bermuda area. In fact, the folks in Bermuda are really quite worried because just 3 years ago, they dealt with a Category 3 hurricane. Did you like today? I know it was pretty humid out there. We topped out right around 99 degrees. We should be at 106 this time of year. So a little bit of a break from Mother Nature. Will we see any rain tonight? Because we always love that this time of year. Probably not, but we are going to keep a little bitch of a chance of rain in our forecast this evening. It's still pretty warm out there, 97 degrees there at Fountain Hills. We take you out into the West Valley, show you what's happening in Peoria. In the mid-90s there, mid-90s for Litchfield Park and in Avondale as well. So we were trying to squeeze a little bit of rain out of those clouds that are still looming out over Interstate 10. Tonopah, you saw just a little bit of a trickle of rain here a couple of hours ago. Cave Creek, I'm sure as you were looking off to the southwest, you were hoping for some of that rain with those rain clouds headed in your direction. It hasn't happened quite yet, but if it does happen, this will be the place to be right here at ABC 15. So we're watching our water vapor imagery. This is always a very good indication of how much moisture is in our atmosphere. And as you can see, the little bit of red on your screen, that actually indicates drier air for us. And what that is helping to do is actually push some of the wet air over into New Mexico, and that's giving them a nice monsoonal flow. But it looks like for tomorrow, we're going to keep things pretty dry around here and warm it up just slightly. Now, I want to take you on a tour across the nation because who hasn't been talking about how warm it's been, especially in the Northeast? And it looks like we will continue to try to break some records in terms of heat here in the Northeast the next couple of days. Minneapolis seeing some spotty showers. Chicago, thunderstorms tomorrow night. So keep that in mind if you're heading in that direction. And from Seattle down into Portland, things have been really nice. Temperatures there in the 70s. That's good news this time of year. Let's talk about El Paso, Texas, though, because we have seen quite a bit of rain there. All right, well, we'll show you Provo, Utah instead. We'll give you El Paso at 5 o'clock. Seen quite a bit of storm damage. This all a result, I should say, of all the moisture we have seen here in the desert southwest. Power lines down. Wow, that was a biggie. The good news in all this, no one hurt. The bad news, obviously, a significant amount of damage, especially that car. No one, fortunately, was in that car when that happened. All right. Taking a look at some of the highs for today. So far, we've seen 73 degrees at Seattle, 74 there in Portland, Oregon, New Orleans, 90 degrees with spotty showers. 95 is what we saw in New York City today. It felt like 102 degrees with that heat index. So for tomorrow, we're up to 102 around here as your forecast high. Upper 70s at Flagstaff, upper 80s at Payson, and in Yuma, the lettuce capital of the world for you tomorrow, 103 degrees. So tonight we're going to try to cool things down for you, keep temperatures in the 70s in some of our outlying areas, 81 here in the Valley of the Sun overnight, 102 again for your Wednesday. For Thursday around here, we're up to 103. We're going to try to get a little bit of a cool down for you with some of that drier air. Keep your fingers crossed that we're only at 99 degrees for your Friday and your Saturday, and we still keep it below normal as we move into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I got to tell you, it being August 1st, you take a look at this 7-day valley cast, I think Mother Nature deserves a round of applause. Staying well below normal floors. What do you guys think? Kaylee, finally, much better.
If you're looking for an aquatic adventure without the cost of airfare, we've got the perfect spot for you. No, we're not talking about a lake or even a trip to California. Get your sea legs ready for the Sea of Cortez.
When you're in Rocky Point, there is so much to do. They have great food, incredible shopping, and a lot to see. But one of the focal points of Rocky Point is, of course, the water. And what better way to start off your trip than a sunset cruise?
This is no average sunset cruise. While the folks of Lobo Del Mar do keep those margaritas flowing, this boat is also packed with entertainment provided by the owners, the Bunton family.
I have to tell you, this is a guy whose entire family lives on a compound here in Rocky Point. 11 siblings you have.
11 brothers and sisters.
And they've been running this business for, what'd you say, 13 years?
13 years.
Okay, so you have one heck of a business venture here that you built. It's huge.
Yeah, Mom and Dad keep us really busy.
More than 40 Buntons live together on a compound here in Rocky Point, and every person working on the boat is a member of the family. From the waitress to the bagpiper who pipes at sundown, and the drummers. But the crowd favorite are the ladies of the family.
It's a great trip. And have you seen the belly dancing yet?
No, but we are waiting for the belly dancing.
They're excellent. They're really good. You might want to join them.
You won't find this much entertainment for just $25 anywhere else in Rocky Point. And this isn't all the family does. We're gearing up for another adventure on the seas tomorrow morning.
Well, to catch Rocky Point at sunset is one thing, but to wake up and have breakfast with the dolphins is another. And to top this day off, or at least the morning, we're going to snorkel.
The trip out to Bird Island is about 14 miles offshore and 30 miles outside of Rocky Point. The boat ride is an adventure in itself. The smell of sea salt, the wind in your hair, and best of all, our friends, the dolphins, who kept us company. The islands in the Sea of Cortez are all sanctuaries for the bird, the blue-footed booby. And your nose will tell you as you approach that those white-capped mountains are not capped with snow. But the real reason we're here is to hang out with some of the 3,000 sea lions that call this island home.
So tell me a little bit about the fear of the sea lions, because I would imagine people hopping in the water might be a little leery of swimming around with some sea lions.
They are. The big bulls, over here on the point, there's one. They get up to about 1,000, 1,200 pounds.
But they don't
In
mind
their
that
breeding,
we're out here, right?
Not right now. They're not in their breeding season. In about a month and a half, they'll have their pups and they'll go into their breeding season, and they get pretty ferocious then.
So during the breeding season, you don't bring people out here?
No, we do bring them out. We just stay back away from them.
Breeding season is during the late spring and early summer months, but Captain Rupert, yes, another brother in the Bunton family, assures us as long as we steer clear of the bulls, we should have no problem. So, let's go.
All right, we're gonna go hang out with the locals, and here's what's really cool. You don't even have to speak Spanish. Adios. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. What do I need to know about Bird Island?
Bird Island, Sometimes the visibility is not real good on diving, but the octopus, the nudibranchs, the starfish, we even have seahorses. They're about that long here. Largest I've ever found.
So, after an adventure like this, there's only one thing left to do: catch some serious Z's.